Hello, my name is Willie Easterj Jr. This is Easterj Data Dream Films and Books coming at you. I received a letter in the mailbox this past week, and it's something that I wanted to read thoroughly so I have full understanding of it. I'm going to share it with you. Now, what it is a federal court-ordered notice that was sent from the United States District Court, Easterj Division of Richmond, Virginia, as a class action suit and settlement. It's going towards this case. This is an open case right now, and they're going towards the final approval of a settlement. And they sent me this notice to inform me that of my rights, options, and other particulars. Now, what this case is about, I got it right in my hand. I'm going to read a little bit of it to you. It's James Ryals Jr., the plaintiff, and HireRight Solutions, the defendant. Now, I received this notice, and it says, Notice of Class Action Settlement. If you applied for a job with an employer that accessed your consumer report from HireRight Solutions and Company, formerly USIS Commercial Services, on or after October 5th, 2004, and on or before October 15th, 2010, you may be entitled to a cash payment settlement or a cash payment from a class action suit or settlement. Now, what this thing entails is, it says a settlement has been proposed in a class action lawsuit against HireRight Solutions, formerly USIS Commercial Services. I mean, they got a bunch of different names. They're actually under Explore Information Services, Investigation Services. It says on behalf of consumers who on or after October 5th, 2004, but on or before October 15th, 2010, was subject in an employment background check that contained negative public record information such as a criminal or traffic arrest, charge or conviction, civil judgment, bankruptcy, or tax lien. And you probably ask the question, why to send you one? Well, obviously my name came up, and they sent me this letter that actually explained it. You are receiving this notice because plaintiffs allege that HireRight Solutions furnished your, that's me, background check to an employer or prospective or potential employer, but did not send you a notice at the time. And they allege that this violated the FCRA. Now, the FCRA is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That's pretty much what FCRA stands for. Now, I'll read that again. You are receiving this notice because plaintiffs allege that HireRight Solutions furnished your background check to an employer or prospective employer, but did not send you a notice at the time, and they allege that this violates the FCRA. And I continued to read in this, and then it gave me the case facts. I mean, if you go down to line number 2, that's right there. It's a case facts, that's right there. It said 3 separate class action lawsuits against defendant HireRight Solutions and Company and other entitlements named above and below. Defendant or HireRight Solutions have been consolidated for contained purposes in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia under the caption of, I don't really know how to pronounce it, but I'll call it James Ryals Jr., that's what it is, versus HireRight Solutions and Company. And it's got the silver number 3:09 CV 625. The persons who sued on behalf of the class are called the plaintiff, and the companies sued are called the defendants. Case facts. The lawsuit alleged that certain policies and procedures of defendants in connection with background checks sold, so meaning that they were selling information by HireRight Solutions to prospective employers are in willful violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, 15 USC 1681. The lawsuit contained that defendants violated the FCRA by one, failing to provide consumers with notices that they were furnishing an employer to proposed customer reports at the time they were doing so. I'll read it again. Number one, failing to provide consumers with notice that they were furnishing an employment proposed consumer report at the time they were doing so. Number two, failing to follow proper procedures for providing information to consumers upon their request. Number three, failing to follow proper procedures in initializing and resolving consumer disputes. Failing to timely update employment applicants' criminal record histories to show that such records have been expunged. And number five, failing to ensure the criminal records were not duplicatedly recorded in a single background check report. And after I got this, I said, these people pretty much was selling my background information along with others who were applying for a job, who were trying to get a job at the time. And they were making money off my background reports. But at the same time, preventing me from getting employment. And that does hurt consumers, which I am a consumer, and anyone else who actually applied for jobs. And this company called HireRight Solutions, plus it was under a lot of different names, basically was selling the information to employers for a profit. And I said to myself, here I am looking for employment. At the same time, someone else is making money off my background record. It took place almost 20-some years ago now. It took place in 1995. Do the math, it's about 16 years, that's almost 20 years. And they're selling that information, making a profit, but at the same time, preventing me from getting a job. And they always use the same argument. Well, employers got a right to know who they're hiring. And if are we safe? No, you're not. You can walk out your front door off step and break your neck. Got nothing to do with me. But I also have an argument. Those who want to work and who are willing to work should have the right to work without someone trying to harass them about their background. At the same time, selling background information to make a profit of people who cannot fight for themselves because of a criminal history report. That's my argument. Yet you out there making money off my background records, and I can't even find employment. Does that even sound right? I don't think so. That's why in this lawsuit and settlement, they give you the right to object. And I did write a letter, which I'll be sending off next week to 3 different locations. They ask you to do that. That's part of the agreement to object to the proposed settlement. Of course, I'm going to reject it because the settlement is you can get very little money, and the damage has already been done. I mean, I don't have any idea of how many employers I've been putting applications in over the last 4 years, because it's been pretty much over 2,000. I put applications in at temp companies, and these days a lot of companies go through temp companies, and they always have these background checks for you when you put applications in. You remember I did another video a while back about background checks? This basically ties into it. All these companies that set up, it's information, and everyone knows that The buying and selling of information is big business for corporations and employment agencies and services. They make money off of your information, just like networking, just like sites like website and Facebook. They make money off your profile, off of information. It's basically your background. And you got all those people out there who won't stand up and fight for themselves, who won't say anything because they got a background report or they got a background record. And each time they apply for a job, it comes up. They're just basically taking your information, selling it, and making money. And pushing you closer and closer to destitution. Well, it's me. But I got a few things going on right now. Nothing illegal though. But I'm pretty sure if it was, they'd be trying to come after me too. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because, to me, I think this should, if you're gonna have a settlement, find out every company that use HireRight plus other names they may have used and sold the background records to the potential employer, somebody who you may apply to in the near future, and you get turned down because HireRight already sold your information and you don't know who they are. I mean, I can walk out there first thing in the morning and go to a job and apply, and they probably may already have my information there. All they do is punch into a database, Willie Jr., social security number, boom, background record, don't have it. So because HireRight and companies like them is selling your information to corporations and big business, employment services, and places like that to prevent you from getting employment. That's bottom line what it is. And they're making a profit off of your mistakes you made in the past. Simple as that. You don't have to be no Einstein or no rocket scientist to understand that. If you can read and comprehend and understand, that's pretty much what they're doing. Taking your information and my information for those who have background records, selling it and making a profit. And you're not getting nothing. Just giving you a hard time about something that taking place 15, 20 years ago. Or I was talking to the receptionist, or his representative, really, in Raleigh about expunging my background record. And she said, she gave me all particulars and all the information I needed. And she said, you're not the only one suffering. She said, there's a guy who recently applied to get his background record expunged because he worked in the job for 30-some years. And he had a blemish on his record, something like 30 years before. And when someone had done, they went back 30 years looking for anything on this guy. And they found something that took place 30 years ago, something he'd already done time for, paid all the fines, got him a job, and moved on. And they fired him off his job for 30 years. Now this guy was on his work for 30 years just to get fired for something that took place 30 years in his past. Because of companies like HireRight, who's selling information. Or if somebody may see you in a job and don't like you, and they say, that person that got a background record, he's a criminal, even though something like over 27 years old, that company gets afraid that they'll be put on the news, and they'll get rid of you. And the news media is another problem. The media is also gatherers of information, and they're not interested in it. Because I recently, after I received a letter, I knew it was pretty much real, but I wanted to see what WBT problem solver was going to say. So I sent them an email. And to my surprise, they actually responded and said, now this is how the guy said it. I want to make sure I get the wording just right. He said something in a negative way, like ironically or oddly enough. That's what he said. He said oddly enough, it is true. It's like they had no interest in it. And then at the bottom of the paper, he said, well, if you get a check, let us know about it. They was more interested in to see what I get a check than actually see what it was about. I mean, they pretty much read what it was about. It was about people who were getting done wrong with background records and pretty much getting the information sold to potential employers and not being able to get hired. Just so this company like HireRight and companies like them can make a profit. Because the media is also, like I said, is an information gatherer. They gather information and present it to the public. So they're not really interested in someone with a background record because the media and the media machine have to have good guys and bad guys. If you get a background record, you consider the bad guy. The police is the so-called good guy. That's the American society. Good guys, bad guys. Well, you get a background record, you had your chance, you out of here. They fail to realize all these individuals that you prevent them from getting jobs who want to work will be the ones who will be coming in your back door, robbing you, probably killing you, just to get stuff they can sell to make some money. So you see, it's going to be a double-edged sword you're playing with. Then they bring up the same excuse. See, we gave them a chance, now you're robbing us. Most of the time, if these people working, they ain't not going to rob you. My so-called crime was being a security officer, protecting a bunch of scaredy kids. But it cost them in Charlotte. I was a security officer, a Charlotte individual. I played guilty to involuntary manslaughter, which is a felony, an automatic felony. Even if you don't go to court and you plead guilty, that's an automatic felony. You're admitting to it. That's a guilty plea. That's the way the United States court system is set up. And it goes on your record. Now, you can get it expunged, but somebody will always have the information stored in some database somewhere and try to bring it up. But like I said, I wanted to share it with you, and I'll keep you updated on it to let you know what takes place. Because I think the deadline to object to this is in November. So I'll be sending my information out next week. First of all, I've already got the letter already written out. And I wanted to let you know about it, let you know what's going on. Again, my name is Willie Easterj, and this is Easterj Films and Books. Peace.